Old Monster Lin, the most senior elder of the Little Pill Tower, was not merely an old man who had lived for centuries. He was a living monument. His life was intertwined with the rise of the Pill region itself, witnessing the construction of the Little Pill Tower's foundations, the prosperity of the golden era of alchemists, and the quiet descent into danger as the Soul Hall began extending its claws across the continent. Though he was not from the tower's founding lineage, his contributions surpassed those of many who carried the founder's bloodline. For generations, he guarded the dignity of the Little Pill Tower, holding the entire structure together like an ancient pillar supporting a palace. He watched new alchemists rise and fall, witnessed the controversies behind the scenes, and oversaw countless major decisions. Throughout the centuries, Old Monster Lin became the silent backbone of the Pill region, a person whose presence alone was enough to calm storms. His status was so high that even the three giants of the Pill Tower treated him with respect. Understanding that the man before them represented more than authority, he represented the spiritual belief that had kept the Pill Tower standing through countless eras. At a time when the Soul Hall secretly infiltrated the continent, abducting alchemists and stripping their souls to fuel its wicked cultivation, the Pill Tower was thrown into an ideological crisis. To uphold its long-standing neutrality, many elders chose to turn a blind eye, fearing direct conflict with the Soul Hall's terrifying influence. The more conservative elders advised shrinking back, preserving themselves while sacrificing the freedom and safety of the continent's alchemical community. But Old Monster Lin, with the experience of centuries, had long seen through the Soul Hall's ambition. He understood that neutrality in the face of aggression was merely another form of surrender. While the council argued endlessly, he quietly prepared countermeasures in the shadows. He watched and waited, not for an opportunity to retreat, but for the moment when the Pill Tower would no longer be blind to the impending crisis. This moment finally arrived when Xiaoyan appeared, fearlessly exposing the hidden dangers of the neutrality doctrine. The young alchemist's words were like a long-awaited spark. Old Monster Lin seized that moment, pushing the entire tower into a vote that ultimately solidified its stance. The Pill Tower would no longer remain silent. It would join hands with other factions and openly resist the Soul Hall. Following the formation of the Heavenly Mansion Alliance, Old Monster Lin's importance grew even further. His status and strength made him the natural choice for the Alliance's vice leader. Within the Council of Powerhouses, his voice carried great weight, shaping decisions that would alter the future of the continent. Though his behavior was eccentric and sometimes unpredictable, to those who understood him, his actions were always driven by an unwavering adherence to principle. For centuries, he showed no tolerance toward alchemists who valued shortcuts more than true skill. He despised opportunistic behavior and held strict expectations for anyone who dared claim the title of alchemist. Yet beneath his seemingly harsh nature, he possessed a heart that could recognize genuine talent and righteousness. When he encountered Xiaoyan, whose perseverance and integrity matched his own ideals, Old Monster Lin immediately lowered himself from his high pedestal. He not only supported Xiaoyan during the elder assessment, but also publicly appointed him as an elder of the Little Pill Tower the moment he succeeded in refining a 9th-grade precious pill. This single decision broke the stagnation within the Pill Tower. By endorsing a bold, talented youth like Xiaoyan, Old Monster Lin prevented the tower from being trapped by tradition and seniority. Even Yao Lao, a legendary alchemical figure of the past, was invited by him personally to join high-level discussions concerning the future of the Alliance. Through these actions, Old Monster Lin demonstrated that he was not merely an old guardian, he was a catalyst for change. In terms of strength, Old Monster Lin stood among the highest-ranking powerhouses outside of the 8 ancient clans. His battle key cultivation had long reached the early stage of a 2-star Dou Sheng, a realm that many spent their entire lives without touching. To put this into perspective, many Soul Hall envoys responsible for core operations were only at the half-saint or 1-star Dou Sheng level. Even the clone of the Soul Hall's deputy hall master, an existence feared by countless sects, could not gain overwhelming superiority over him. But brute strength was only one aspect of his power. What truly set Old Monster Lin apart was his mastery over the soul. He was one of the very few experts who possessed lost soul arts, techniques capable of directly striking an enemy's soul essence. Against the Soul Hall, who relied heavily on soul cultivation, This made him an extremely dangerous opponent. His soul strength and combat experience created a deadly combination. The most striking demonstration of this came during his collaboration with Xiaoyan in the battle against the purifying Lotus Demon Flame. This flame, ranked at the top of the Heavenly Flame list, possessed not only world-devouring firepower, but also terrifying soul-burning abilities that could easily disintegrate even Dou Sheng's souls. Yet Old Monster Lin stepped forward without hesitation. He formed a soul barrier strong enough to withstand the Demon Flame's impact, creating a crucial opening for Xiaoyan to refine pills at the center of chaos. To endure a soul attack from such a terrifying entity was not something any ordinary Dou Sheng could accomplish. This feat alone was enough to mark him as one of the most formidable soul experts within the human race. His mastery over soul power, combined with his battle key foundation and alchemical skill, elevated his overall combat potential far beyond other cultivators of the same level. Old Monster Lin was not known for dazzling battles or overwhelming displays of force. Instead, his strength flowed quietly, like an ancient river deep beneath the earth, steady, powerful, unshakable. He was the cautious yet unwavering guardian of the alchemist community, a man whose life was defined by vigilance and duty. For centuries, he watched the rise and fall of generations, bearing witness to the destiny of the Pill region. Though he appeared eccentric and odd to outsiders, his loyalty, wisdom, foresight, and resilience made him an irreplaceable pillar of the Little Pill Tower. And in the turbulent era, when the Soul Hall cast its shadow over the continent, it was precisely such a pillar that the Alliance needed most. Old Monster Lin was not just a powerful Dou Sheng. He was the living soul of the Pill Tower, a guardian who silently protected the fragile flame of hope in a world filled with darkness. And so, the story of Old Monster Lin reminds us that true strength is not always loud, nor is it always dazzling. Sometimes it takes the shape of a quiet guardian, someone who stands firm through centuries, carrying the weight of a legacy that others take for granted. His eccentricities, his discipline, his foresight, and his unwavering loyalty all shaped the path of the Little Pill Tower and influenced the destiny of countless alchemists. In an era where darkness loomed and the Soul Hall threatened to plunge the continent into chaos, Old Monster Lin never bent, never compromised, and never abandoned the principles he spent his life defending. Whether assisting Xiaoyan, confronting the Soul Hall, or protecting the future of alchemy itself, he proved that true power lies not only in cultivation realm, but in conviction. As the Alliance moved forward and the flames of war drew near, his presence remained one of the strongest pillars supporting the entire human world. And although time may eventually bury even the greatest of heroes, the legacy of Old Monster Lin will forever linger, an unshakable will etched into the heart of the Pill region, inspiring every alchemist who dares to walk the path he dedicated his life to guarding.